Hey guys, welcome back to On the Lake. With Jack and Nicaragua, I'm Spencer Becker. How's everyone feeling after losing an hour of sleep? Yep, the monster known as daylight saving time is back. Yesterday, the majority of the country faced the first of two annual hourly disruptions as everyone sprang forward Sunday at 2 a.m. Daylight saving time is the time between March and November when most Americans adjust their clock ahead by 1 hour. We lose an hour in March to make more daylight in the summer evenings. In the northern hemisphere, the spring equinox is on March 20th, marking the start of the spring season. Do you like daylight savings time? Or do you think we should keep the clocks alone all year?
Boys Latin is excited to announce The Odd Couple for their spring play. The play will be the final show directed by seniors Lee Warnack and Logan Hollins, with shows this week, March 11th and 12th in the Sheridan Theater. Written by Neil Simon, The Odd Couple is a classic comedy which opens as a group of guys assemble for cards in the apartment of divorced Oscar Madison. Late to arrive is Felix Unger, who has just been separated from his wife. When the clean freak and the slob ultimately decide to room together, with hilarious results as the odd couple is born. You may have seen the big screen version of the story starring Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau, or the small screen version starring Tony Randall and Jack Klugman.
The Odd Couple performance is a comedy written by Neil Simon back in the 1900s. It's about this guy named Felix who recently divorced with his wife Frances. He's a complete neat freak. And then he rooms up with Oscar Madison, who's a complete slob. And I think you can kind of guess where this is going. They have to room up, and it's a complete mess. We've been practicing this for about a few weeks now. I'm just playing Roy, the poker player. There's not really much to know about Roy other than he's an accountant, but I just get to play poker. So, I mean, that's okay with me.
Over the course of the winter, the middle school modeling club had toy trains donated to them. Led by Mr. Hansen, the boys participated in the Timonium Train Show. Some more details about the event.
We just rolled with it. It was honestly, last year when the donation was offered, I initially said no, because it was a huge amount of stuff, and there's too much stuff back here. I checked with the principal, he said it was okay, and then I went and checked with the kids, because the big thing was if the kids wanted it, we'd go with it. And it was the guys actually, this year, who had the idea to, hey, why don't we take it to the train show? And there's a big train show in Timonium that's been going on for 4 decades now. It's one of the larger ones in the country. And thought about it and I was like, do I want to be up at 5 on a Saturday? No, but this is an awesome idea and I've never had kids sort of have this much energy pushing forth for something. The train show, I did not expect their reaction, which was I dropped them a note saying, how do we pay for this? And I get back something that just says, let's get serious. You have space gratis. We will pay the boys to help vendors. And then the next step was finding out that they had showcased us in the middle of the show. The first 2 hours of the show, we sold 95% of what we brought with us. Throughout the weekend, we sold more stuff. I got people to bring things in and fill the tables up. The guys made an amazing impression at the show. I started getting questions from the different vendors and exhibitors because they have huge layouts there, clubs that come from as far as Maine and out west. And people started asking about this club. And then I had guys just saying to me, I now have hope for the hobby. One vendor who honestly is going in for a heart surgery later this week, and the guy who was supposed to help him load his truck ended up in the hospital. So our boys helped him, spent an hour after the show on Sunday helping him pack his truck. He and I are walking into the building and he turns to me and he says, this is the best thing ever. He says, your boys made my week, and he said, they've restored my faith in humanity. So it went far beyond trains. And it also says a huge thing for what BL boys can do.
On the Lake and BLTV show BL life to the masses, giving those outside of the Boys Line community a glimpse into our special world here on Lake Ave. Well, some of the pros have recently taken notice and wanted to show us off to their audience. On Wednesday, February 19th, NBC's Today Show producers traveled to BL to focus on a segment highlighting all boys education. Throughout the day, fancy cameras were posted around the building gathering B-roll of the atmosphere, with special interviews featuring Headmaster Post along with middle schooler Owen, lower schooler Ben, and seniors Eli Holder and EJ Hill. We feel honored to have been chosen as the location for the NBC segment, and we're excited this past week to reach the Today Show's 5 million daily viewers. The show highlighted our phone policy along with increased activity time as major pluses where we are leading the way and helping our boys. Then to extend our time in the spotlight a little more, local channel WJZ13 came to campus to broadcast live from our Military History Museum. During their morning show, Marty Bass interviewed Mr. Post and Mr. Meisel live several times throughout the show from the museum. Being part of events like these simply reinforced the strength and support of our school, community, and the people that make it up. Great job by everyone, and I mean everyone.
File this one under the things we do that seem normal but are actually awesome category. In Mrs. Rod's Honors E&M class, the boys have been staying busy. After months of hard work, their visions came true. The boys were challenged with making a structure containing electronic features. The structures were put onto display for the BL community to vote on which one was the best. The voting lasted a week before the Tower of Terror, made by KJ Schwab and Julian Pipkin, was crowned the winner. This right here is prime BLTV content. Lakers doing everyday things and doing them with passion, creativity, and hard work. Great job to all of the boys, and keep up the great work.
The robotics team has been hard at work in the lab all year long, preparing for their competition. Just drive past the lab any weeknight and the lights are on and the work is happening.
Lumberjack Robotics lining up for Tier 4, and they got it in there.
The team traveled to Portsmouth, Virginia for their first district qualifier and put on an impressive performance. After a long 5-hour drive, they were eager to compete. They finished their regular matches with an 8-4 record and became the first pick for the 4th Alliance. After a tough first-round loss, they battled through the secondary bracket to reach the finals, facing the number 1 and number 2 teams. Though they fell short in their final match, they won the Innovation and Control Award for their autonomous camera-assisted driving. Next, the team is heading to Alexandria over spring break to secure a spot in the district championship. With their strong performance so far, they are aiming to go far and bring home some serious hardware this season.
Always ready to chop down challenges, they developed innovative control systems that set a new standard. Round of applause for 2534.
BLTV is expanding its universe to include a morning show of our own. Watch out, Today Show. Good Morning Lake will be live every Wednesday during advisory time, keeping upper school students up to date with segments including weather, sports and events, a lunch preview, and special announcements. Produced by Will Zayas in the B Block video production class, the segment provides a few minutes of live announcements once every week. While the program will mostly air only on campus, some episodes will be available to the public on our YouTube channel. And now for a look at Lakers sports, here's Dylan Graney and EJ Hill.
Thanks, Jack. As the spring season approaches, we'd like to wrap up the winter season and to honor and recognize all our athletes who contributed and gave it their all this past winter. To tip things off, the basketball team finished with their in-conference season 5-11 with 2 close losses at the end of the season. Although this wasn't the ideal outcome, the fellas gave it their all and the team is still growing and will be ready to dominate next year. It was an exciting season overall in the Gelston, and Coach Milburn's guys were in every game, keeping the energy level high in the gym and creating excitement for the future.
Now let's head over to our other sport on the hard courts. This season, the squash team had their ups and downs. Finishing the season with a 3-4 record, the team looks forward to more success, although a few individuals excelled this year. Kobe Crooks received second in the individual conference tournament. Cooper Knob, who also was awarded MVP, made it to the individual semifinals where he had a tough loss.
On the mats, the wrestling team finished the season with 8 dual meet wins with a huge win against that school on Falls Road. As they wrapped the season up at Maryland Independent School States, we had 3 varsity wrestlers place. Senior Benny Lauper and Sebi Lombardo both came in 8th and EJ in 6th. The team had many freshmen this year, which leaves a lot of room for growth in the years to come for Coach Fitch and the team, who hope to build the Battle of the Belt into an annual event.
While spring is near and the snow is melting, the ice hockey team was within inches back-to-back championship appearances. The guys went up 3-0 in the semifinal over Loyola, and they were able to come back to send it into overtime. After a hard-fought battle over the highly anticipated number 1 seed, the Lakers lost in overtime 7-6. Congrats to sophomore captain Chase Wayberg on earning all-conference, and sophomore Cade Bruning for winning the MIA Player of the Year award.
As winter's chill begins to fade, the first buds of spring emerge, along with the spring sports season, debatably our best season of sports here on the lake. Last year, the baseball guys had a great record throughout the season, but had a crushing defeat against McDonough in the semifinals. With only 2 seniors leaving the team, we hope this year will be more of a success. The season kicked off this past Thursday against rival Gilman on a windy day. Bottom of the first, down 1-0, man on third, PJ Martino rips a grounder to the right side. Mark Windle comes in to score from third, game tied at 1. Welcome to BL, PJ. Junior Colin Bear on the hill, getting started for the Lakers, and it seems to be picking up where he left off last season. Sends down the Gilman hitter swinging at some nasty stuff. Great adding by Barrett. Coach Greenwell fired up. Bottom of the second, bases loaded. Windle with a good eye, takes ball 4, forcing in Will Zayas from third, and the Lakers take the lead 2-1, and the bases remain loaded. Next batter, Colton Bordick. The Gilman catcher can't handle the pitch. Bryce Noel Fox speeds home from third. The throw gets away from the catcher, and Elijah Cobb takes advantage and sides in ahead of the tag. Great heads-up play by Cobb. Lakers go on to take the season opener 7-4 over Gilman. The boys are back in action today at 4 p.m. hosting Pilati. Get out to the diamond and watch your Lakers shine.
I feel really good. We got a really strong team this year, and we got some new players who are really what we needed, and I think we're really gonna bring home the championship this year.
One of the most significant sources of pride and tradition at BL is our lacrosse program. Over the years, countless players have continued to play at the next level. The boys got right back into it with a scrimmage win over Paul VI, and in their first game they beat St. John's College 8-7 in a nail-biter that came down to the last seconds. Senior Matthew Higgins gave the Lakers the lead in the last minute, and the boys hang on to a win. Shout out to TJ Shaw with 4 goals, Matthew Higgins with 2, and Drew McDonald and Joey Keller each with 1. Last Friday, the boys took on Gonzaga in the home opener, and we got the win.
Lakers goal by number 5, Matt Higgins. Lakers win. Final score, Lakers 10, Gonzaga 9.
It was a cool double feature with the JV squad playing on the upper turf at the same time. Be sure to support the team as they take on Malvern Prep on Wednesday. We recently caught up with some of the players to get their thoughts on the season.
Tryouts, it's been fun. Getting to know everybody from the team, and I hope I make it. I hope the team does well, and I'm looking forward to this season, no matter what team I'm on.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I mean, lacrosse season is always really fun.
I'm really excited. Trying to make the varsity lacrosse team. It's my main goal, and just want to have a really fun spring season.
And I feel like the school comes alive during this time, so I'm looking forward to it.
As we tee off the golf season, the boys are looking to make it 3 championships in a row and will begin their title defense today versus McDonough. While we lost 6 seniors last year, they are very optimistic about winning that 3rd championship with 5 guys returning. Harrison Roberts, Matthew Overholt, Lucas Erdman, and Charlie Miller are going to lead the team to a hopeful championship at Caves Valley Golf Club. Get out to the courses and support the golfing Lakers and hoist that hardware again, boys. Some young Lakers are hoping to make an impact.
I really want to get out there with the guys, meet some new people on the golf course, and just get better overall.
And speaking of title defenses, the tennis team is looking to extend the championship streak to 4 in a row this year. The team began their defense of their crown last Thursday against Calvert Hall. Coach G's squad is in prime position to get back to the title match, having lost only 1 player last year. Led by Neil Curley, Eli Holder, Charlie London, and Max Ryder. The guys knocked off the Cardinals despite near extreme weather conditions. Junior Logan Roth looks sharp as he looks to take a bigger role on the team this year. The team heads to Loyola tomorrow for a 4 p.m. match time. Let's show up for the defending champs and help push them to get that Quattro.
As always, the badminton team will most likely dominate their schedule this year, crushing all who stand in their way to victory. Good luck to senior captain Spencer Steinmetz, Miss Reed, and the players.
That's a look at Laker sports. Jack, back to you.
Thanks, EJ. Before we leave you today, we have a special look at one of our senior student athletes. Here's On the Lake correspondent Brady Wisłowski with more.
Thanks, Jack. Boys Latin class of 2025 member Elijah Fonatia is a special Laker. And not just because he talks with a cool accent and traveled to BL from around the world, but because of what he has meant to the BL community. Mr. Mac McDonald and Mr. Bill Ryan recently set up a huge surprise for Elijah, as Elijah's dad, Mr. Daniel Fonatia, came to town without telling his son, and showed up to lunch one day. The Game Day Club caught up with Mr. Fonatia at halftime of senior night to hear how BL and Elijah have impacted each other.
He's always looked at American basketball. He's always loved it. He's idolized it. So coming here and actually living the dream, as I would say to him, has just helped him up his game so much. that he'll take away skills from this that will be so valuable for him for his next stage of his journey, whether it's basketball or whatever it is.
Yeah, we just want to thank you for making Cohen Hall a home away from home for our son. And yeah, we love you guys and we'll always appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. This is awesome, man. Yeah.
It's living with the boys, but also making really good friends here. He sees you guys as a brotherhood. He just loves being with all his brothers here and being able to have fun, you know, and in class with the teachers.
Honestly, it was a little bit emotional. But obviously, when I was saying thank you to Dad towards the beginning, it was just emotional to see him. But it was good for him to be there and hear what I had to say about this amazing school. Yeah, I was happy he was there.
Our wonderful number 13, Elijah Funatia from New Zealand. His father's here, Daniel. His mom, Joy, good name for him. Some various members of his family.
It's just everything. I think the whole lifestyle here, he just loves it, just being around everyone and building friendships that he knows will last for ages, forever, yeah.
Needless to say, the Fonatia family are Lakers for life, and the entire BL community is a better place because of Elijah. Back to you.
Thanks, Brady. Great piece. One of my favorite Elijah moments was when he brought in a mini fridge for anything but a backpack day, and he carried it around all day.
I think one cool moment I'll always remember is Elijah's senior speech. The way he started the speech speaking in his native language was very cool and impactful.
Kia ora, talofa lava, and good morning, Mr. Post, faculty, family, and fellow Lakers. By the look on most of your faces, I can tell you have no idea what just came out of my mouth. So please allow me your time and attention while I share with you my story.
That'll do it for this episode on the Lake. We have some exciting things in production. Stay tuned. For Dylan, EJ, Brady, Jack, and the crew, I'm Spencer Becker. See you next time on the Lake.